spending your Saturday afternoon with us. Boy, we have some cute pets for you to meet today, including this German Shepherd pup who is big on play. We'll give you some tips on crate training your new canine in just a few moments. Also on the show, details about an upcoming event where you can bring the whole family, including your canine pal, to explore the trails at the Desert Botanical Gardens. And with their trademark round faces and stocky bodies and lavish fur coats, Persians are one of the most well-recognized cat breeds in the world, but they require special care. We'll give you tips on how to properly care for these high-maintenance felines. But first, I want you to meet my co-host, Kitty, here. This is Ara, an orange and white tabby who is a bit of a diva. Sure, she's a very frisky feline who enjoys batting toy mice around and on a tiled kitchen floor, and she really specializes in snuggling. She's just purring in my ear. She loves downtime spent relaxing on and happily succumbs to chin and neck rubs. She nuzzles really close, and if you can hear her in my microphone, she's just purring up a storm. Come down and cuddle with her today at our Campus for Compassion. She is a sweetheart. Let's meet a few of the other pets on the show. We'll start off with Duncan, a spunky 11-month-old Maltese who is bustling with relentless energy, and he ricochets around the yard like a furry whirlwind when you set him free in the yard. He is here to tell us more about this adorable little pup.
You would never believe that little Duncan here, when he came in, was not feeling very well, so they snap tested him and he turned out to be parvo positive. So that meant that he is one of over 300 dogs since our parvo ward opened that got treatment from the Second Chance Animal Trauma Hospital, and now this young guy has survived that deadly disease and is ready to find his new home. He's a little shy here, but you know, he runs around, he plays, he's happy to meet and greet everybody he comes across. If you have a cat in the house, he'll be welcome to meet them and get to know them, as well as any other dogs that you have. And he would also be a great companion for kids. So if you have any kids, certainly he could be a match for that. But he also would be a great companion for someone maybe who's a senior, someone who doesn't have kids or an active house and want a little more of a lap dog. So Duncan really can fit any kind of possibility in a home. So come on down and meet him and see if he's the right match for you. Thanks, Ski.
Well, in Nome, Alaska in 1925, there was a diphtheria outbreak, and a team of Huskies mushed through the blinding ice blizzard to deliver a life-saving serum to the rural community. The lead Husky was Balto and was later honored with a statue in New York Central Park. And indeed, the history of the Husky is quite impressive. Lobo, a Husky, is joining us on the show today. Perry, I think a trip to Flagstaff should be in his future because this guy loves to play in the snow.
I think whoever adopts him should drive right up the flag, right from the shelter, take him in there, because we know with this rainy here in the valley this weekend, it's going to be a snowy day up in Flagstaff. So I think Mr. Lobo here would love it. You know, this guy was surrendered to us because they said they just simply did not have enough space for him. And that's probably a wise decision on there, because this is a breed that does requires a lot of room. They are very, very active. You mentioned the sled pulling. They need activity, and they just didn't have it for this guy. And they said, though, he is extremely cuddly, and I can vouch for that. He's been very, very affectionate. They said he loves to run. And they say he's leash trained, and he is house trained, and they said he's an extremely fast learner, so he's also going to be a great candidate for dog training. You know, we get the Huskies in here, they're mostly silver and black. This guy is a stunner. Look at this, he's a red and white one. We don't get many of the red and white Huskies. He is absolutely gorgeous. Have a fun weekend with this guy this weekend up in Flagstaff.
And a good rest of his life as well. The Arizona Humane Society's Reading for Fun is a new program where kids ages 8 to 11 can read books to our shelter dogs. This not only helps the kids practice their reading skills, but also provides additional socialization for our dogs waiting for adoption. You can sign up your child by visiting azhumane.org. You can either bring your own favorite book, or we have plenty on tap if you need to borrow one of ours. The reading event is going on January 28th. More info at azhumane.org. Next up is Daphne, a quintessential house cat who will greet you at the door with cheerful meows and begs for attention by fluttering her tail and weaving in between your legs. She was a former stray, and she's hanging out with Lisa today. Lisa, Daphne's story serves as a reminder of the importance of microchipping your pet.
Daphne was found behind a Fry's grocery store foraging for what she could find to eat. As a homeless stray, sometimes these guys end up looking in trash cans and wherever they can to find any morsel of food. Well, wonderful Daphne luckily found her at the Arizona Humane Society. But 1/3 of animals goes missing in their lifetime. And unless your animal is microchipped, their collar can break off and their ID tags can fall off. But unless your animal is microchipped, they have a very poor chance of making their way back to you. So we recommend microchipping all of our pets that are adopted, and you can bring your own pets in. AHS has a microchip clinic at any of our vet clinics for $36. You can just call and make an appointment at either of those locations, or on Fridays they do it at their vaccine clinic. And a microchip is a simple little grain of rice. It's tiny, tiny, tiny. There's a little grain of rice you can see in this bottle. And it's given to your pet like a vaccine. Literally, there's a little injection that goes right between their shoulder blades, just like a vaccine would. This tiny, tiny grain of rice stays with your pet for forever. It's a little microchip. This microchip can be updated on the computer. You go on and update it. Comes with the registration for the $36, and then anytime your pet goes lost, they're scanned like this for a microchip scanner. They're scanned, and there is a number assigned to that. You call the 800 number, and they can reunite your pet to you as long as your information stays current. So Daphne here will be walking our catwalk and keeping us cozy at the Humane Society until one of you comes down and meets this beautiful kitty.
Beautiful she is. Thanks, Lisa. Now just look at the adorable smile on our next canine friend. This is Happy Jax, and the perfect day for this lab mix needs only 2 ingredients: a ball and someone to throw it. The first one's easy, Perry, and hopefully today there's much hope for the second.
Oh, I think we'll find somebody that will throw the ball here for Jax. Like you said, he has all those qualities that a lab does have. He's a little on the small side, but we mentioned the fetching. What about the water? Well, yeah, this guy loves swim. He loves to drink water out of the hose, another very lab quality. And he's a very versatile little doggy. I think he's going to love camping also. And did I mention labs too? When the weather's going to clear up a little bit, we mentioned the husky out there in the snow. But when that stops raining and the weather really starts to get really, really beautiful, jogging is going to become a big activity for a lot of people. This guy is going to be an outstanding jogger. He's got a great little trot. He is very, very sweet and affectionate. He wags his tail the whole time. He said he's Happy Jack. He's got that big smile on his face. Come on down and check him out.
Thanks, Perry. With his spunk and stamina, Jax would be an excellent companion for someone who maybe enjoys hiking the trails. And Hank is another one of our adoptable dogs at our shelter who proved himself to be a great hiker last weekend. He enjoyed some time out of his kennel with volunteers who took him out for a nice hike on South Mountain during our Tails and Trails event. Now, if you love hiking and you love dogs, you can sign up and join one of our weekly volunteer dog hikes. You'll be paired up with one of our homeless shelter dogs and enjoy a morning spent exploring the great outdoors. Our shelter dogs love to get out for an adventure and a long trek. Space is limited though, so please visit azhumane.org. Sign up today. Now, the Arizona Humane Society's Petite locations are filled with adorable pet apparel and, of course, adoptable pets. We'll introduce you to a few of these special dogs who are waiting for new homes when we come back.